Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Good evening. I have great news. Our airplane was not a total loss. We paid the 10% and we got her back. Cantore, thank you very much for the 6 months. Good evening. How you doing? What is up? How you doing? How you doing? Good to see y'all. Good to see ya. Got AV in the house. What's up, AV? How you doing? So we got Eddie here, We got Pothole and Jamari. The Lone Wolf Gaming. Hello. Duval's here. Benny Bear. D34. What's up? How you doing? Mr. Aviator Alexander. And Tog is here. What's going on, everybody? So, check it out. We still have our airplane. We go into our companies. We go to the all companies. Here's our Premier Air Charter. Manage the company. Here's our PC-24. Manage the airplane. It's in good condition. Last known condition good on all that. Because we have the insurance plan, $5,320 per hour. Discount $27.10. We're billed every 24 hours on that. Insurance bonus on that. But the crash coverage on it's only 10%. Advanced is 45 and premium is 80%. But we have learned our lesson. I don't think we're going to have to deal with that again. So we're still in good graces with that. The airplane's still decent. We have 1.2 mil. I think we're going to put a little bit more money into this airplane, honestly. With the checkup. It's going to cost 55 grand to do a checkup on it. So landing gear and the engine is to maintain. So look at the details on that. Yeah, oil quantity. We knew that wasn't going to be great. Delegated maintenance of 4,000. Let's do it. It's dirty. We got to wash the airplane. We're not repainting it, and we're not selling it. So now the airplane's in much better condition. We hopefully won't have any major faults with our battery system and stuff like we did last night. Airplane didn't go ragdoll. It was a figment of our imaginations. We saw nothing sweet. Pretty much, Tog. That's the beauty of the insurance, because I literally thought we lost the entire airframe. I was pretty sad about it. I was moping about it today. So, the show must go on. I think, the AI did a pretty decent job. I think we're going to give it another fair shake today without Beyond ATC. For the most part. Our airplane was last seen up here in Duluth, is the location. But we do have a flight that takes us 2 hours down to Kansas City. Outside of Kansas City, so I think we're gonna do that one. And I think we're just gonna do default everything. That way it just kind of just works, because I really want to continue to test this and see how the ATC does over time. This one looks like it's at night. We're gonna accept the mission. We've got our flight plan. We need to double check and make sure we have enough fuel on board. Why is it showing a PC-12 in there? Oh, wait a minute. Were we on the wrong thing? Let me go back. We might have to abort this. Hold on. Let's go back. We're on employee, not freelancer. That's why. That would be why that's the case. Our airplane's up here. Up in Duluth. We'll go to freelancer. There we go. 2 hours and 30 minutes to KMYL. All right. I guess we're going to be going there. I do love that we're actually getting routes to take us other places, That's pretty nice. Would have been worthy rant for a rage quit. Yeah, right? Oh, we're going to be flying right on the edge of nighttime and daytime. This should be interesting. Only 1,900 to move it. Let's do it. There's our airplane. An employee mission. Let's manage the airplane. Fuel and payload. Fuel here. Let's fill it all the way up. Manage fuel. Let's fill this thing all the way up. There we go. That's good there. Go back. EFB. Let's look at our flight planner here. We have our entire flight plan all set to go here. Keeps resetting it, but it's there. Duluth, runway 27 departure, VFR pattern straight out. En route, there's all our fixes, and then our arrival, RNAV 34 into Mike Yankee Lima. Cruise altitude, we're going to go up to 340, or wait, 360. That's what we're going to do. 360. IFR, oh, that's fine. Yep. Registration, November 127 Juliet Foxtrot. I don't know if this matters. Flight number doesn't matter. ATC call sign, we don't have one. Okay, that's all good to go there. I think we adopted runner. We'll see if it stays. I need to send it to ATC and avionics. Advisory only, cannot be synchronized. Yep, we got it. Okay, cool. That looks good to me. Remember what happened to Icarus. Don't fly too close to the sun. I try not to. I really do try not to do that. Employee mission. We have a better familiarity with the airplane too, so that's going to help, you know, tremendously. It's our walk around time. Yeah, it's an evening flight out of here, but we should catch the sun on the way out. Oh, look at that. E-Jet. That's cool. Very strange we're over here at the gates, but you know what? I'm not going to say anything. All right. We're actually at Duluth today, which is different. All right, let's get on down here. Those look good. Oh, thank you, Alex. Glad you enjoyed it. All right, let's get rid of that. These are all fine. Can we open that door? No, not this one. Yeah, that's good. Rudder back here. That's good. All right. That's good there. Get on down here. It's all fine and dandy. Ailerons are looking good. Airplane's looking nice. Let's get up in there. Try to get this thing powered up. Ground power on. Shift 8. Or is it 8 or 7? Shift 7. Batteries are coming on. Gen's coming on. There we go. Cabin lights can come on. Cockpit dome light comes on. No smoking. Seatbelts are fine. Logo and nav come on. There we go. Now the airplane is doing its thing.
TAWS system test. Okay.
Yep. We have logo lights. We have nav lights. All that's fine and dandy. Looking good. Let's get people on board.
Waiting for your instructions to start boarding. Ground service. This is flight pack 4 parking 12.
Ramus, yes. Season Sim Update 3 made big changes to career mode. We saw great improvements, except for the guy hanging out by the wing out here, but that's a visual thing. I don't care about that too much. We can't speed up the flight. No. All right, let's get all this all situated. So let's get the engine started, and then we're going to get on out of here, actually. Shift 7. Engine 2 to run position. And we're going to start engine number 2. Turning 2. Let's see if the beacon actually works today. Beacon? Oh, it does. That's cool. The beacon are in the strobes on this airplane. That is weird. Never noticed that before. All right, it's firing up though. Turning 1. Oops, wrong button.
Duluth ground. Latest November 4926. 1 ready to copy IFR clearance to Kilo Mike Yankee Lima. Latest November 49261 is cleared to Kilo Mike Yankee Lima Airport as filed at runway 27.
60.
Maintain flight level 360. Departure frequency is 125.45. Squawk 1746.
1746. That should be in there now. Acknowledge it. 360.
Kilo Mike Yankee Lima as filed. Runway 27. Climb and maintain flight level tree 60. Departure frequency is 125.45. Squawk 1746. Pilatus November 49261.
Classic Pilatus.
Pilatus 261 readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.9 when ready to taxi.
I see you're already getting everything prepped for our passenger, Mrs. Campbell. We expect all of you to provide her.
360 on that guy.
I know I can count on you.
We are going to have a nice trip. We'll call taxi in a minute. What's our destination? We're supposed to send this to the thing, but I guess it didn't end up doing it. We're going to Mike Yankee Lima. Mike Yankee Lima. Okay, that's in there. Alternate on that. Not worried about it. Flight plan name, not worried about it. Altitude, cruise altitude is going to be 360. 360. I like how it just automatically puts it in there. That's kind of cool. Cruise speed is good there for now. Fuel and weight. That's right. 5.8, 5.9 are on board. We're good on all of that. On our flight plan. Initialization's all good on this guy as well. Out of here. Take off out of here. Runway. Don't have a runway or a SID yet. There's no SID, but runway 27 departure. There's something I needed to do there. I guess not. We have our V speeds. We're going to send that. It's VFR out of here anyway. There's probably a why. Probably why they're being so stupid about it. All right, cool. We're going to go flaps to 15 degrees. Gonna pitch this thing up into the green. 1.4 up on that guy is fine. Remember, we're not going to flight level change on the way out immediately. Their flight plan not in here. I don't know if it is working. I'm gonna try to send it again to ATC to avionics. There it goes. Activate that. There we go. Now I got runway 27 out to net. That's all working fine there, and then arrival here as well. Sweet. 34 RNAV 34. Fantastic. All looks good to me. All right, let's give them a call for taxi. We need to get familiar with our area here. Runway 27. It's right in front of us, actually. Give them a call.
Duluth ground. Pilatus November 49261 with Kilo. Ready to taxi. IFR.
Why is that light turning on when I turn the cockpit dome on?
Taxi to and hold short of runway 27 using taxiway Bravo. Contact tower.
That's weird.
18 decimal tree when ready.
Okay, taxi.
Taxi to and hold short runway 27 via taxiway Bravo. Pilatus 261.
27 via Bravo. Over there to the right. Okay. Parking brake is released. Let's get moving. Moving. Welcome them on board.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board flight pack 4 with service from McCall to McCall. We'll be shortly in line.
There's got to be a way to turn that off.
Please fasten your seatbelts.
This flashlight.
Secure all
I always forget how to turn the
baggage
flashlight
underneath your
off.
seat, and to make sure your seats and table trays are in the upright position for takeoff. Please switch all personal electronic devices, including laptops and cell phones, to airplane mode. This is a non-smoking flight. Thank you for choosing Radiant Airways. Enjoy your flight.
Alt F. Okay, let's do that. Because we're not taking off with the cabin lights on, I'm sorry. Or cockpit dome. Off. Alt F. Thank you. It is Alt F. Oh, you know what? Our instruments weren't turned on. That's why. Where's our lighting in this thing? Down here. There it is. Panels all the way up. Alt F that guy. There we go. Much better. Much better. So flood. We can kill that a little bit more. There. Panels are all the way up. Those are all the way up. Those are looking good. Not bad at all. Do they really want me to go across the runway to get on that? Oh, they want me on that taxiway. Okay, we're gonna get over there. We should all run into each other anyway. We'll see how it goes. Thank you very much, AV, for that. Always forget about that one. This is the hold short for 27. Is it like actually on the runway we're going to? Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? That's kind of strange, but what are you gonna do? All right, we're gonna go strobe and turn these guys on. Pulse lights are on. Yeah, they want us on the runway for the stop hold short. Oh, because it's a, I see, it's a displaced threshold. Still kind of strange that we would be entering a runway without talking to ATC, but you know what? That's okay. Very strange box we have to come to here. We're just going to play the game. Yeah, I'm sure we did enter the runway without an announcement. We couldn't do anything about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is First Officer Beard speaking. Estimated flight time
Officer Beard
is 2 hours 16 minutes. We remind you to keep your seatbelt fastened. Thank you for your attention, and let's have a great flight.
Lights on. Yeah, because it's a VFR departure. All right, we ready to go flying, y'all? Hope you are. I'm ready to do it. Look at that wing out there, looking nice. Engines are stable, and takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots. V1 and rotate. Boy, that rudder.
Rotate.
Positive rate. Gear up. Right to Neebs here. They're going to want us to talk to somebody, aren't they? There it is. To departure. We'll see it. What?
Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Okay. Whatever. I can't acknowledge handoff in contact center. Oh, great. Can I do it this way? Retry with last IFR flight plan?
Duluth approach. Latest November.
Holy crap.
90261. 3 miles west of Duluth. 3300. Request IFR.
Caution, Captain.
Kilo Mike Yankee.
Flaps overspeed.
Yeah, I know, because we're busy. 1746 now? Is that the same? 1746. I can't change it. I can't talk to them either. The mission steps are broken. Read back it this way. There we go.
The latest November 49261 cleared to Kilo Mike Yankee Lima Airport.
Off to a great start, aren't we?
Squawk 1746.
Pretty much straight out anyway. Maintain 360, we're doing it.
Continue to NEVBS following heading 275. Resume own navigation. Climb and maintain flight level 360. The latest 261. Contact Minneapolis Center.
Minneapolis Center, let's do it. There it goes. That got around that. Minneapolis Center, contact them.
Minneapolis Center, the latest November 49261 is passing 9,500 climbing flight level 360. The latest November 49261, Minneapolis Center, altimeter 2987.
Go to Nebs. Direct to Nebs, sweet, we got that. We're above 10, we can turn these things off. And taxi light as well.
Contact Minneapolis Center on 127.9. Good day.
Alright. He's coming on, it's gonna pitch up, we're fine with that. Auto throttle is on. Over to Minneapolis Center. There's our breakout. Man, look at that climb it has. That is wild.
The latest November 49261 is at 13,900 climbing flight level 360. The latest November 49261, Minneapolis Center, altimeter 2989. Radar contact, continue to NVDS.
We're up to 360 we go. We're at 15.6 now out of Duluth. Looking beautiful. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Not too many issues on the way out of here. That's what we like to see. Final checklist, after takeoff checklists. Positive vertical speed, yep, that's good. Yacht amper's on, flaps, so we got that. Yacht amper, yacht amper, flaps are up, MCP set. Landing and taxi lights are off. After takeoff checklist complete. Move on 18 now. There's 18 right there. Standard pressure is set. We're looking good on our way out. Let's have a little vibe session. I'll get back with you guys on chat since Sterile Cockpit is lifted. was beautiful. Nice little vibe sesh happening right there. Let's kick it off with you guys. Got your chips on board, ready for the flight. Fantastic boost. Stomper, thank you so much for the 13 months. Baker's Dozen. Austin Powers, 147, thank you for the super chat. Jeff, just started my first day at Boeing Charleston as a structures mechanic. That is a cool job. Well, congratulations on that. Hope it went well for you. Nathan Sizzle, thank you for the 76 months. Good to see you. Good evening and happy Friday to you. Scholler, what's up? How you doing tonight? Have a good night. You got it, man. Appreciate you. Pilatus HQ is? Oh, the U.S. one? I don't know. I only know of in Switzerland, I think. It's a 2.5-hour flight, I believe. Erzik. Flying in pitch black? No, not pitch black. I've flown in and out of Duluth in real life so many times. I love it there. Monaco always has the best cookies up for grabs. There you go, Airtones. Airtones. Yeah, the Milky Way, we saw a little bit of Milky Way there. Love the city lights on the clouds. Yeah, it looks cool. Looks really good. All the light pollution out there in the distance. Eating Chinese food right now. Nice. Axo. Big Jess flying from Salt Lake City to Denver and got to see the sunrise from the plane. That is pretty awesome. Rolling Heavy Steel in the house. Finally tried Microsoft Flights in 2020 as it was on sale to test the waters. Loving it so far. Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, 2020 is dead to me. I just use 2024 now. Solely using 24. Sim Update 3, I mean, it runs like glass, man. Cabin altitude is not good. Probably because we didn't get our bleed on. We got normal. Altitude is too high. That's my bad. On up to 360 to Nibs. We never activate that? Guess we didn't. We got too excited there. Still learning this airplane. Made a mistake. You're on climb mode, auto. Maybe I just didn't have the bleed on. Was the reason why we had the cabin altitude so high. So far, so good with career mode. It's been a lot better. A lot better than it was. I must say. And a beautiful view out there. Built the passenger seats for the PC-24 for 5 years. Damn, Wisco. Well, let's go look at them. Turn those lights on. Cabin lights on. Look at these things. This look familiar to you? All the way to the back cargo compartment area here. It's a nice airplane. Only 2 passengers tonight. Nothing crazy. Little drink station here. Can't push anything here. And here is the cockpit. Probably need to get that windshield heat on. Yep, that probably would have been a good idea to do that. Looks familiar, yep. Nice. Yeah, PC-24, pretty cool airplane. We're gonna get the cabin lights back off for him there. There we go. We're getting closer to our cruise. I've noticed the contrails are much better in Sim Update 3. They're made in Wisconsin. There you go. Makes sense with the name. Wisco Mouse. Any weather on the route today? I need to turn the screen down a little bit. Would be nice, probably. Better. We have weather radar option, then we have NextRad. NextRad, we have some stuff around us here. Nothing crazy. It's our flight plan. Long flight. So we didn't want to waste any time on the ground because we had a long flight ahead of us. Have the DOF motion rig in the basement. I'm not on it right now. I'm on my main, what you call it? Where are we? Oh, we're going to the next location. All right, cool. Yep, we're all squared away on ATC comms and everything else. Up 360. Actually, we'll wait for that to happen so we can see it happen. Let's see if the airplane actually goes the correct Mach today. Mach 0.730. There it goes. 730. And we'll let them know that we're cruising.
Ladies and gentlemen, glad to be your captain today. First, I'd like to welcome everyone on behalf of Radiant Airways on Flight Pack 4. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 35,000 feet at an airspeed of 200 knots. It's 9:24 p.m. and are expecting to land in McCall approximately at 11:02 p.m. local time. Current temperature of 68 degrees Fahrenheit.
There you go.
Weather cooperates.
We're going to land 11:02 Central.
As we descend. I'll update you before we reach our destination. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Not bad at all. Oh, over to Mini Winnie. We'll see ya.
Going to 118.05. The latest 261.
Radar contact. Continue to kilowatt.
All right, on we go. We're chilling. Just like that. Yeah, the cabin altitude being high it's coming down now, but I think it was because the bleed wasn't on. That was my bad. I believe we're going to McCall, Idaho. It looks like to me. Yep. Mike Yankee Lima. Mike Yankee Lima. There it is, McCall, Idaho. McCall Municipal is where we're going. You no longer own your old channel. Interesting. You sold your channel? To another Ryan Bomar? I don't understand the pressurization yet on the Honeywells. I know PC-12 was broken, maybe still is. It looks like it's going down since we turned the bleed to norm. It's by default set to the off position, so it makes sense. The bleeds were off for engine start, but we didn't turn them back on. Probably would have caught it with a checklist, but you know. What are you gonna do? Looks like the airplane's doing everything we expected to do today. We're at 360 and we're at 240 indicated, but we are at Mach 0.730 and 729 right there. So that's exactly what we expected. Not bad at all. Yeah, winging it just a little bit. Chasing the sun, what's left of the sun. I'm so stoned. Thank you for gifting a subscription 3 out there. We got Todd, Justin, and Dustin on Twitch. Thank you so much. I'm so stoned. Appreciate you. Yeah, the keyboard tray and stuff all showed up, so this weekend I'll be getting all that together and then getting the black sheets up behind the screen and all that. We're getting closer and closer to doing our flight sim streams on the motion rig. You might see like a pop-up stream this weekend as I test. I haven't tried testing on the Wi-Fi yet. If that goes horribly wrong, then I'm going to have to just run a data cable down to it, which is directly below my office where I'm sitting right here. It is directly below me, that room. So at least it's not very far it has to go. Nathan Atkinson, what's up? How you doing? Yep, half inch drill into cable and you're all set. Pretty much. Make sure I don't drill through the wrong things. Very interesting that the beacon is in the wings on this airplane. Threw me off there for a minute. So recovering from the broken leg. Things are good, man. So I do want to talk about and address the things that I did put out on a post today. I made a public post about it. But tomorrow, I have a video going out on the channel that's on the Roblox platform. It's called, it's like a new storm chasing game called Chased. It's a really cool game. I'm glad I made the video. I had a lot of fun making the video. But the Roblox platform is going through some real bad things right now. The CEO is an absolute piece of shit, and the things that they're saying, I'm just gonna have to just distance myself from Roblox, which sucks because I really like playing the storm chasing games on there. But I don't want people to think that I'm like supporting the platform and all that stuff. And it's kind of a tricky situation. It's different, you know, if I was a younger person and, you know, I was just playing the games, and I'd be like, you know, I'm just playing a game, man. And I still am. But when we streamed Devilwin the other night, it was kind of a good indicator that it's a kind of a volatile kind of situation, that I don't want people to think that I'm like condoning what they're doing, and I don't want people to think that I support it in any way. So it sucks. I really don't know what there is left to say other than it just sucks. But you know, I'm much older than a lot of people that play those games, so I'm being very careful with what I am associating with. I don't need that drama. I don't give a shit about it, other than the fact that like you know, what was done was extremely wrong. But I'm not a channel that's gonna like delve into drama and all that, so there's not really much else to say. It just sucks. I won't be playing any Roblox games anytime soon, unless like, you know, a new CEO comes in and new security measures are placed, or whatever they do to turn things around. But as it stands right now, I'm just distancing myself and won't be participating. But like I said in the community post, I didn't know what your guys' opinions on it were. Good day. I'm liking the ATC module a lot better now. It's really not that bad.
Minneapolis Center, latest November 49261, flight level tree 60. Latest November 49261, Minneapolis Center, radar contact, continue.
I feel really bad for the developers of those storm chasing games, and also like any of the Roblox YouTubers that are having to deal with it. It really sucks for them too. But it is what it is. I haven't streamed ATS in a while. It's all good. I play Roblox. I'm 35, but I also play it because I play with my kids. There you go, MH. And not to mention, you know, you're a good parent and you know what's going on with everything. That's another thing, is that, you know, bad parenting kind of leads to those things as well. The situation that a lot of that is. But the things that Roblox said and did recently as a company, they lost what, $12 billion on the stock market. Pretty crazy. I feel like there's a lot of companies I feel that way about. Can't support because of the karma, I don't believe, but it's understandable, Jeff. Float down the stream of life like a leaf. Doesn't mean you can't control where the leaf goes. Exactly. Exactly. Glad you see it that way. What's my thoughts on the new firefighter sim? So, back about a month ago, they were reaching out to my MCN and to me, and they really wanted me to cover this game. Firefighting Simulator Ignite. Firefighter Simulator Ignite. Astragon really wanted me to cover it. Now, because I played firefighting sim The Squad, and the lack of updates and the abandonware that it became, I did not want to put my name on it, and I did not want to do any promo deals with them or anything like that and promote something like that. So I said no to it. However, I did watch the Gamescom playthrough of it, and they gave the development to a different group. So the group that's running it now are the ones who made Construction Simulator. And they have a Game Pass, Season Pass that they're going to be releasing. They have a roadmap that's going to come out before it releases. But what I saw in the gameplay looked like there was a lot more care and development into the title. So I think it's actually going to be a decent game. So I plan on just buying it so then I can have my own, you know, I always have my own opinions anyway if I even do a promo with a company. But I would just rather buy that game and enjoy it than feel like I have the community looking at me in a stupid way because I did a, you know, a promotion for a game after their checkered past of those firefighting simulator games. That's a lot of reason why I didn't do it. But I will buy it. We will stream it. We will see what it's all about. It looks really cool. It has a full-on fire station now. The pole. They have the whole Rosenbauer fleet now. Licensed vehicles. And they have licensed firefighting equipment as well in it. But what's really cool is on PC they have a mission editor, so you can create your own missions, and it's cross-platform play. But there's no mission editor on consoles, but they can download scenarios that you make on PC through mod.io, which is pretty cool. This one seems like it picked up where Squad was and did it much better. Is what it looks like to me. And they based it on the Midwest US, which is pretty cool. I'm excited for Road Kings 2. It looks very good. I thought it was pretty neat when PJ was playing at FS Expo. Yeah, I've heard good things, so let's hope that just sticks, you know? Boy, the fuel remaining on this page is way off today. Remember last night it was way off? Today it's 1.2 remaining. Less than 1,000 remaining. And we have 4.6 on board. I'm wondering what that actually is talking about. Is that calling how much fuel is remaining to the next waypoint, maybe? Maybe it is. I don't know. We have a 74 knot headwind, which really sucks. That's why our flight time's so long today. Right up in that jet stream tonight. Fly to hers. Sure done had herses. We're flying to McCall, Idaho. We took off out of Duluth, Minnesota. It's like your fuel mileage? Oh, okay. That makes more sense, Nathan. Thank you. I'm really excited. Yeah, MF, we were talking about Ignite. I'm really excited for Seafarer. Seafarer looks pretty damn good, man. That looks pretty good. And you know me, I'm into ship sims. And we're just chasing that sunlight today. Simulator pilot, I'm having a good one. How you doing? The jet stream makes for long and epic jet streams. I get it. What's up, Scott? Good evening to you. Have you jumped into career mode? You know they brought the TBM back into career mode. Your favorite. Doing great here, sir. Nice and rainy here in Singapore. Very nice. Yeah, they brought the TBM 930 back into career mode. And career mode seems a lot more solid now. Like we're getting some stupid stuff here and there. The real bummer is dealing with the ATC transmission thing. But we were able to get around it by using the using this window, the ATC window, and doing it this way. So there's still some small things like that that need to be addressed. Let me turn down this panel lighting here. It's like really bright. Panels, we'll bring it down to about, not you. This stuff up here needs to come down. Well, that's just that one, right? That all it's doing? Is it the TSC maybe? Well, that's that. Upper MFD. We already know that one's that brightness. Lower. Lower MFD. That one. That's the Copilot side over there. It might be one of these other ones. I don't know. I don't know how to turn these down. These are bright. Oh yeah, I'm paying attention. PMD G744 is going to be awesome. Eras, I basically just do all the flights in real time. You get a bonus payout for doing the flights in real time without skipping, using time compression. I'm not a console gamer really anymore, Parkins, so it's cool that it's coming out for people on console. I don't know how in the hell they're going to pull it off, because that engine, that game engine, needs a big update. The brightness I was trying to change is this one up here, for this stuff, these panels up here. Couldn't figure out how to turn those down. And even this is like really bright here. These panels here. And the lighting panel, like it all kind of made sense how we have it set here. Panels wasn't that. It wasn't the panels that you thought it was. That's just this guy over here. So I don't even know if you can turn it down. To be honest with you. I do wish we could turn off the Milky Way. You're not going to see the Milky Way that great unless you're under long exposure. Overhead on the left side, the right knob. This guy? That's a map light there. That's a map light there. Yeah, I don't know. Further up? Maybe I'm missing it. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, I don't see a knob for it. Oh, in the Vision Jet? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to turn these brightnesses down. Yeah, I'm stoked for Truck World Australia. I liked what I saw in that game. I'm not in the Vision Jet. I'm in a PC-24. In this guy. We have our wing light on still. Let's contact Mini.
124.2 for Pilatus 261.
Pilatus.
Minneapolis Center, Pilatus November 49261. Flight level tree 60.
Pilatus November 49261, Minneapolis Center, radar contact, continue to duck so.
Well, the ATC sounds a lot better too. The different voices. All right, thank you, Nathan. Yeah, I just couldn't figure out how to turn the brightness of this panel down. You'd think it'd be in the panel itself, but it's not. The cabin altitude's fine now. It was the bleed. 100% was our issue. Just gave everybody problems. Look at this thing. There circuit breakers. Oh, the circuit breakers are actually modeled. Interesting. Passenger oxygen. It's a cool airplane. The more I'm flying, the more I'm liking it. Got some engine surging happening here, but I think it's just the headwind changing up on us. 73 knots off the nose, 12 from the right. Our ground speed right now is only 354, so we're doing 50 less than we did last night. Yeah, we'll do another community flight for sure. I'm trying to join forces with V1 Simulations, and we're going to do a citation fly-in event. That'll be fun. Cruising altitude flight level 360. 36,000. The fact we're even flying an airplane to Idaho is crazy, because with that's another thing, Scott, is that they fixed the routes in career mode. You no longer just get those northern ones that are over and over again in the same spot. They actually move you about the country, which I was really hoping for. We can change flight level if we wanted to, yes. What does the Pilatus PC-24 normally cruise at? 36 seemed ideal to me. See what the winds are doing here. This is not our current flight. Does it know where we're even at in the US? I don't think it does. But I do want to look at the weather. Do 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 do. turbulence. Took off out of Duluth. We're somewhere over here now. Turbulence is off to the north for the most part, it looks like. But let's look at the wind, the jet stream here. Let's turn off turbulence. Yeah, we're just fighting this one right here for right now, which is good. I mean, it looks like we're going to be able to... Oh, no. That's at 220. That's why. We have to go back. We have to go up to 360. There's 360. So we're just going to have it for a while. It's going to taper off as we get closer to Idaho. But we're just dealing with this jet stream right here, right now. Simlink's not running? Really? Interesting. Is RealTurb on? Yeah, RealTurb's on. Yeah, we're just dealing with this right through here. Let's see, if we go higher, it gets worse. We might be able to, if we descend down to, like, man, we could do in the 20s, we could do 24, and that would be faster. Would burn more gas, but it would be quicker. If we descend down to 240. No, this isn't SimBrief. This is Navigraph charts. Be less down we go, but as a captain, it matters on our fuel mileage we're getting up at this cruise altitude, but we're just dealing with the headwind. It's really not much we can do. There's Salt Lake here. Boise's right there. So, I mean, eventually we're going to get out of here, but it looks like the jet stream is just really causing us issues right along our route here today, sadly. But yeah, I mean, as a captain, I'm making the call that we're staying at 360 for fuel reasons. And it's just going to take longer to get there with that 73 knots off our nose. But that's the reason why we're getting 73 knots. DJ Snow, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with us. 340 wasn't any better, honestly. I looked at it. Because, see, this is at 350. We go down to 3.4. It's actually a little worse down at 3.40. 3.5 is is about the same, 3.60. But we don't get over it until we're up at like flight level 410, 420. I mean, you could fly over it a little bit. And we can do max altitude of 420. We could do 420, but I don't know if it's worth it or not. I mean, it's only 7,000 feet difference. We could try it. By 7,000 feet.
Minneapolis Center, the latest 2.
Oh, wait, no. I wanted 420, not 430. I'm an idiot.
The latest 261, climb and maintain flight level 430. Climb and maintain flight level 430.
We'll decrease by a 1. Does a PC-24 currently go from Nashville to Dallas at 450? Oh, really? Okay. Maybe we can go up that high. 420's max service ceiling. Let's do a decrease of 1,000 feet. So that'll put us at 420.
Minneapolis Center.
There we go.
Latest 261. Request flight level 420.
420 altitude.
The latest 261. Climb and maintain flight level 420.
420. Accept those instructions.
Climb and maintain flight.
Why is this airplane slowing down?
420, Pilatus 261.
There it goes. All right, on up we go to 420 now. We're going to try to get above this stuff. But why is the airplane slowing down so much? That is what I'm wondering. So we could get up to well, we'll do 420. That's going to be fine. But we could do, we could try 450 because that would be, follow 450 would actually be the reason why they're doing it. That might be worth it. 'Cause we might be just like below it, you know? And we would be RVSM stuff, so we could do 450 even going west. So we'll just ask for three more 1,000 feet. That's really not that bad. Let's see if he gets it right. Yep.
261. Request flight level 450. Pilatus 261. Climb and maintain flight level 420. Expect flight level 450.
All right.
Climb and maintain flight level 420.
420 first, and then we'll get the 450. But why are we slowing down so much in this climb? I do not understand that. Oh, because it wants to go to Mach 6 in the climb. That's why. Okay. Very strange. We're only doing 1,100 feet per minute on the way up. See, that wind's already dying down. See how we're at 64 knots now? We're getting up out of it. No, the airplane's just designed to climb to that. All right, now we got the 450.
Climb and maintain flight level 450. Pilatus 261.
That's as high as it goes. See that on the altitude? 450. That is the max. Yeah, now we're gonna get there quicker. Still got 5,000 feet to climb. Yeah, contact Houston. NASA departure. I looked everywhere and there's no adjustments for those lights, which is weird to me. Even the TVM has that option. Interesting. No, we tried. Max service is 450. That's what we're doing. We're going up to it. That's cool. They have it built into the altimeter or into the actual altitude selector. 450 is as high as it'll go. Mr. Ryan Steinhoff, thank you very much for the 71 months. Return pre-contact. Happy 71 months. Thank you very much, dude. You excited for NASCAR 25? We're down to 60 knots off the nose right here at 410, and it's dying down. Oh wow, Sim Update 3 has had some changes to ATC voices and instructions. Very nice. How you like them, PC-24. So first of all, Sim Update 3 is incredible. It runs fantastic. I love the new changes to the ATC. Career mode seems like it's back, fun factor wise. I'm really enjoying that. The PC-24 was a little bit to get used to. Had a real crash course with it last night. Didn't do very well with it. But tonight we've got a good handle on the airplane, and I'm liking it. The more I fly, it's the same thing as like when I got the Vision Jet. I wasn't proficient at flying it. Didn't really know much about it. We had our first inaugural flight with it last night, so made sure she was all good. Fluids were topped up. Maintenance was done on it for a long flight. We just did a shorter flight last night. We had a battery issue, and we had an issue with the with the batteries failing on us, which was not good, but that was a maintenance issue. It's been cleared, and now we're in tip-top shape, but I'm really liking it the more I use it. Isn't iRacing supposed to make the new NASCAR? Yes, iRacing and Monster Games is making the new NASCAR game. Well, our airspeed's just low because of the climb profile is set to 0.6 in the climb, Mach 0.6. Probably change that, actually. No, that's how the airplane wants to fly. Look at the stab trim it's using. That's pretty crazy. I mean, we're only getting 164 here. I mean, our ground speed is 294 in the climb. But we're going to see. We are losing speed. I'm keeping an eye on it. We're not in trouble until we're down here. You know, we can get all the way down to like 140. We're only 5 degrees nose attitude, so we're not looking at a angle of attack situation either. It's just a shallow climb at 800 feet per minute up to 450. Once we get lined up on 450, it'll resume back to Mach 0.730, and then we're actually going to go higher than that. We're going to try to get even more out of it if we can, depending on what the bar shows us. Yeah, once we reach 450, we will definitely increase speed. It's just in a climb right now. I played a little bit of NASCAR. What's your favorite part? Favorite part was the physics. Driving the cars was so much fun. I just got an Xbox Series X finally, so I'm ready. It'll be fun to have a NASCAR game again. Nice, dude. Well, we'll have 40-player lobbies. You can do private lobbies, and you can even kick people out of your lobbies. So we're going to do some... I've been doing a lot of NASCAR racing when that releases. On to go to 450. In-flight meals is you got what you got, whatever they got back there. I don't even know. Hey, in-flight meal myself. I haven't even eaten dinner. After we land, we will have dinner. Got all snacks full on the Citation X. No kidding. No kidding. Just double check on this guy. Going to tapping. We are talking to them. We're good. Lunchables. I think they have something better than Lunchables back there, I would imagine. Yeah, see, now we're at 52 knots off the nose. And we're at 450. Airplane will be leveling off here. We should be increasing speed. I don't know why it's doing this pull in the power back thing. I don't like that. It's still at Mach 0.60. I'm going to go to manual mode and bring this sucker up. 7.3. It could be the FMS doing something weird there, but I don't like what it's doing. We're going to get more out of it. So we lost 20 knots off the nose just by going up to 450, so that's really nice. Our ground speed's already increasing much higher than... Well, I mean, we're still making our way up to our cruise. Oh, you know why? Because it's still on that, isn't it? We have to change our flight level down here. That's probably why it doesn't like that. 450. Cruise speed at 7.3. So now we put that in FMS. We'll see what it does, but I'm going to wait till we get up there. I'd rather have our airspeed before we start touching anything, just to be safe. Is that dirt? Yeah, those are just bugs and stuff. I was wondering if that was ice we were accumulating there. We're good. My dream in-flight meal would be barbecue ribs and Dr. Pepper. Squatch. That'd be a good one. Dr. Pepper is good with barbecue. I wanted to watch the Xfinity race. Don't tell me anything about it because I watch the highlights later when I can. Airspeed is our indicated airspeed of what's actually going through the pitot tube right now. And then our ground speed is based on the speed with the wind and all that. How fast we're going across the ground. Keep in mind, your indicated airspeed at this altitude, 180 is, I mean, look at our actual, we're doing Mach 0.680. So we're not doing 180 knots, you know what I mean? We changed to Mach. I do not like whiskey at all. Not sure if you knew or care, but in case you didn't know, you can change the PFD with the overlay button too. I don't know what that means. All right, we're getting our airspeed back. We're already going much faster than we were before, and it's increasing. Gained a few knots off of that. We're getting back up to our airspeed here. Mach 0.730. We're good on fuel. We're a 3.8. That's wild. It has 5.2 stab trim up. So now we reduced it from 74 knots to 53. That's a, doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a lot. All right, over to them.
125.6 for Pilatus 261. Minneapolis Center, Pilatus November 49261. Flight level 450. Pilatus November 49261. Minneapolis Center, radar contact. Continue to assail.
It's a bit early to think about any ideas for a farewell stream to GTA 5 when GTA 6 is released. Blow up Los Santos or something. I think we're gonna end up finishing walking GTA 5 probably in the next couple months. We'll finish those streams up where we walk the entire map. But the final goodbye one, maybe we'll just fly around and just talk about the good times we had in it and all that. And then that'll be that. I won't play it again. It's not struggling with airspeed. Look at this. We're doing Mach 0.733 right now, right up next to the bar. It's going fast at flight level 450. We're doing 372 across the ground right now, which is much higher than we did. We were doing, what, 55 or whatever, 355 before. But with the loss of the wind off our nose up at 450, we're now getting a ground speed of 372 and increasing, actually, with a 15-knot crosswind from the right, which is exactly what we expected from based on what we saw on the chart. So this is what we expect now. So here's the crosswind, the 15 knots from the north. But the direct headwind, you know, is that. We're at flight level 450 here. The river there and that. I'm trying to see exactly where we're located here. Took off out of Duluth. Minneapolis is here. Duluth here. So we were up here for the most part. Trying to find these bodies of water we're at here. Let's see. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Zoom out a little bit. Maybe it makes sense where we're at here. Okay, so the lakes are there. Big bodies of water here. This big one here is very easy to find. It's this right here. So we're here. Just about right here. And we're going to continue on this way. We're going to be in a lot lighter wind. And eventually we'll be out of the wind, which will be really nice. But you can just see how accurate the real world weather is in Sim Update 3. And this is based on the Navigraph charts information we're getting here. This is not talking to the sim. This is real life. So that's pretty impressive. That looks really good. I'm liking it. So yeah, now we're doing 373 across the ground, 53 knots off the nose. Not bad at all. Can't even be upset about it, you know? All right, let's vibe out a little bit. Stupid wing light on. My bad. Middleman, thank you very much for the 13 months in a row. Baker's dozen, 15 total on Twitch. Thank you very much, Middleman.
November 49er26.
All right, that was a good jam session there. Good vibes. Not bad at all.
November 49261.
Cool flight there.
Radar contact. Continue taxi.
We just flew over K. What is that? I don't know what that is. The Bismarck we flew over? Yeah, we flew over Bismarck. We're on our way to Exos now. Put that back where we had it. No weather on our route. Once we cross over the mountains, we should be picking up some turbulence. We'll see what 450 is doing. We should be fine on that, actually. Let's see. Oh, turbulence at 450 isn't bad at all. Some pockets over the mountains as we would expect. Billings is there. ABR. Over Bismarck. There's Bismarck right there. That's where we just flew over here. Bismarck Municipal Airport. We're just about right here, just south of Hazen. And we're actually gonna avoid all of the turbulence on this flight. We'll be just fine. Not bad at all. We go down a little bit on the altitude. Turbulence gets better the closer down the ground we go because of that. In our descent, we'll definitely be picking some up on the way into Idaho tonight. But a smooth flight for the most part. All right, caught back up to y'all. Gotta go. Gonna have lunch before you leave to work. All right, simulator pilot, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out with us. Is Ocean RP still running? It's OCRP. It's Orange County. Yes, still running. Medic 268, Andrew, has been doing incredible work on OCRP 2.0. He's kind of spearheaded the dev side of things. He's been getting some of my my opinions and takes on certain decisions, but outside of that, I told him, like, have at it, man. I have full trust in what he's doing because he had to we basically had to rebuild our beta server from scratch with the new inventory system and all the new 2.0 updates. But OCRP 2.0 is slated for a release around Labor Day weekend. That'll be fun. The overlay button over the indicated, what did you say? Indicated airspeed? I know you said something earlier. I don't see it anymore. Oh, wait. Gray overlay button under the airspeed indicator. Oh, this one right here. Overlay. Oh, okay. Nice. Traffic, weather. Oh, you can put weather on here. That's cool. Weather radar. Pause. System test. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Traffic's on. Oh, that's neat. You can change that. Oh, that is synthetic vision is interesting. We like synthetic vision? That'd be cool for when we're landing. Very cool. Thank you. Another thing you learn about flying these. We've done some banner towing in the game when we had to for a courier. Night lighting doesn't look like every city is a giant meth lab with a cloud of haze over it. Sim update 3 lighting 10 out of 10. Yeah, lighting looks a lot better. A lot better. Myself or Ryan is usually your first officer voices. Nice. I saw they added V1. V1 Sim is a voice on there now. The Sima. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, everybody. Good evening. We're in the Pilatus PC-24. We took off out of Duluth, Minnesota. We're on career mode, and we're flying out to Idaho. McCall, Idaho, that is. We're at flight level 450 because of the jet stream down at 360 was just so much. It was 70-something knots off the nose. Just climbing up to 450. Service ceiling of the jet allowed us to get a 52-knot headwind now, so we gained a lot of speed off of that. Now our ground speed is at 370 rather than like the 350-ish we were getting at Mach 730. And we're currently sitting at 3.4 on the fuel. We got 3,447 pounds on board. Been pretty uneventful flight, besides we made a boo-boo on the way out, and that was we didn't have our bleed on norm, or on both, I mean. So our cabin pressure got pretty high. Cabin altitude got to like 14. The pressure was fine, but the 14,000 was that. We wanted to have it at 8,000, so that was a yikes moment there. Still learning the PC-24, but I'm really liking it. The more we fly it, the more we're liking it. Yeah, night lighting looks a lot better. Look at that. Got light pollution there in the distance. There's that PC-24. Look at that right there. That looks beautiful. I do run my own reshade. Yes, the Sima. Run Sealed Sky off of flightsim.to, and I have all these on out of everything. And our big ones were the saturation, brightness, saturation, vibrance. But these were the big ones, the blacks, the neutrals, the whites, the magentas being the way they are, the blues, the cyans, the greens, the yellows, and the reds. We adjusted all that as well. Yeah, I mean, look at the lighting, man. The night lighting looks so good. Look at that airport down there. Looks so much better. It's not like massively bright. Now, if it were up to me, I would have those lights a lot dimmer on the airport, but it looks way better than it did. A lot better than it did. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you can get that reshade Sealed Sky on flightsim.to. I highly recommend it. It looks really, really good. And you can adjust it to your taste as you see fit. All right, let's go through this. I don't know how to go down on this thing yet. I haven't figured that out. How to like scroll this up and down. So I wait till we get closer and then we'll clear the disco when that comes. Here comes our turn. I'm going to Kilo Uniform 09er Whiskey. And we should be all good to go on, yep, ATC we are. All is well there. I never do any night flights, so it's kind of fun to do some night flights. Yep, Todd, we went through every single one of the colors. Whiskey. OTP has a Discord, but it is private. We're losing the sun, though. We're not going to have it very much longer, so let's go ahead and just enjoy with another vibe sesh. Let's do it. a 5-0 is definitely interesting. Ryan, there is. What's up, brother? Good evening. We're flying from Duluth, Minnesota out to all the way up to McCall, Idaho in the PC-24. I hear that. Yeah, let me know if you want to do anything this weekend, man. I am around. I'm here. Much love to you. Yeah, for sure. Let us know. Gerardo, hello. 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 This beat sounds like I'm gonna be starting something. Yeah, whenever you're ready, buddy. We are here. Pilot Blake, do you plan your streams ahead of time or do whatever? I do whatever I'm feeling. Never feel forced to do something. I was just looking at McCall on the map and realized it's one of those towns we drive through in ATS all the time. Always funny relating that compressed map to the real world. Yep. Been through McCall many times. Many times in America Truck Sim. Down to 53 knots. Nope, back to 54 off the nose. Little position check. We're just outside of this little guy. It does that. It's this one right here. We're just over here. We've entered Salt Lake City's RTEC here. And let's have a look at the layers. No icing, reflectivity in the area. A little bit of rain down south, but nothing here. And then we'll look at the wind. Put the jet stream again. Put wind barbs out too. That wind right there. Where we're located at. We're pretty much like right in here. We're going to be getting out of this wind here in a minute. Looks like at 450. I mean, in the descent, it's going to get way worse, but 450 is going to work out pretty well for us. from what I can tell. But the good news is we're going to be getting out of this before too long as we make our way to Idaho. Before too long. Been there in real life a lot. Got some pictures going through there over the years. Missed driving through Idaho when I delivered in Washington State. I got you, Nathan. My God, you can't say that. That's cats for you. We have 3 cats and a dog. And multiplied. Do I plan to get into shared cockpit stuff with Ryan? Oh, dude, the moment that shared cockpit works for 24, I'm down. Does anybody know if your controls works for 24? I don't think it does. We have some build up off to the left here. We out in that direction. Light precip. It looks like it's probably snow showers right on top of that mountain right there. Yeah, it's gonna get rocky once we get over the Rockies. Yeah, it's cool. You can see the snow showers like right on top of the mountains. Pretty neat. Yeah, I told Brain Gap I'd love to fly with him. Teach him the ropes. Can't express to you how bad I hate seeing my truck collecting dust since I broke my femur on the 4th of July. Oh, I can imagine, man. That really sucks. You ever done multiplayer before, Blake? It's fun. I'm on right now. I don't know what server I'm on. I might be on one of the ones I did with Murph. Two-Tone Murphy.
Hey, with the two-tone. Hey, Benita. Just look at it. PC-24.
Apollo's a good dog. He a good doggy. He's in the hallway right now, waiting for the stream to be over. That's what he does. He just sits and waits. Still getting a little bit of sun out there, not by much. Yeah, I don't know what your controls plans are, but I would assume once everybody jumps over to 24, everybody's gonna follow suit. Development wise. Javion, what's up? Javon, sorry. I'm an idiot. I'm doing good, man. How you doing? So next week, I fly out on Thursday and I come back Monday. So I don't know if there's going to be a stream. There won't be a stream on Thursday, Friday, or Monday as far as I know. I'm going to Atlanta for Dragon Con. So they completely dropped integration of shared cockpit in 24. I thought it was supposed to have it default. No, it was a pipe dream to have it when it released. They said that they have a prototype that they have built. It's working, but it's not ready yet. So I don't know if it's going to be in this year, maybe next year. But they're driving down to Dragon Con. I'm flying South Wheezy. I know I'm flying Southwest to Atlanta, but I have all my points and stuff accrued on Southwest. Take the I terminal. Yeah, it's like an 8-hour drive. Salt Lake Center. Good day.
127.75 for Polatus 261. Salt Lake Center, Polatus November 49261.
Fly to Ashley.
450. Polatus November 49261. Salt Lake Center.
Mosh Mary, what's up? Happy Friday. Relaxing flight so far. Wish we had some pizza on board. Might have to order some. Well, you might have to, but thank you so much for being a member on YouTube for a year. Crazy to think we've had memberships on YouTube that long. A year really does fly by. Oh my God. Mosh Mary gifting 20 memberships on YouTube. Thank you very much, Mosh Mary, for the love and support. If you received, thank you very much. If you got one from Mosh Murray, be sure to say thank you for that. That was incredible. That is crazy. A 20 gift bomb on YouTube. Oh, it's your alter ego, Eamon. I should have known it was you. I should have known it was you. Gearing up for school. Back to school. Eamon, thank you very much. If you got one from Eamon, be sure to say thank you, as always. I knew you were going to catch me out one day on the changed pseudonym. Yeah, St. Louis is pretty much smack dab in the middle of the country. Not very far north. Yeah, the usernames are all screwed up. I don't know what's going on with that. Thank you, Eamon. Thank you, thank you. Scott, 8-hour drive isn't too bad. For me, I hate it. I hate 8-hour drive. I'll fly. It's like a 2-hour flight down to Atlanta from here. It's not bad at all. Chicago to Atlanta once. Ugh. Yeah, that's rough. So you just drive south on 55 all the way down to 24 and then 24 to Chattanooga and through. Is that how you did it? I gotcha. Furthest drive I've ever done? I mean, St. Louis to Pensacola without sleeping. But St. Louis to Orlando. Orlando to St. Louis. The Florida runs. One of the longest ones I've ever done. Yeah, I mean, we streamed it live. We drive from Jefferson County, Missouri, all the way to Destin, Florida every year. 11 hours. Sometimes we split the drive in half, stay at a hotel halfway. That's the way to do it. If you're going to do it, you got to stop halfway. St. Louis, Missouri to Santa Rosa Beach, Florida on Friday and back on Sunday was the longest and most stupid thing I've ever done. Dude, I've done those runs where you're just like, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to drive. I went Punta Gorda. You know what? That's probably the longest longest drive I've ever done was Punta Gorda, Florida to St. Louis nonstop in a Saturn SC2 or SL2. I bought a Saturn SL2 off of my grandma down in Florida in Punta Gorda and drove it back to St. Louis nonstop. That was probably the worst. Get all the way down there and you're like, fuck, I have to come all the way back. Yep. Ryan, sign off. Have a good night. Drove Seattle to San Francisco nonstop, 12 hours flat. Woof. Or Santa Fe. Amen. Furthest for you is LA to Maine, 3,300 miles. Furthest without stopping, New Mexico to Florida. I lived outside of Orlando last year. Jesus. Well, Nathan, I mean, you're a trucker. That's brutal, though. That's terrible. Mount Rushmore to Kansas City one day, 12 hours. Woof. A lot of driving. Yep, good old Saturn, my SL2. I wonder if I-70 East has much construction on it as it did last month. Sure it does. Oh, San Fran, okay. Gotcha, Eamon. I've always wanted to do a coast-to-coast road trip someday, but every time I start thinking about it, I don't want to drive that much. That's me, Scott. I just get on a plane now. New Mexico to Florida sounds terrible. I agree, Tog. Every damn state is doing shit at the same time. Yep. Every state's under construction. Non-stop. I fear we have lost the sun, y'all. That's our sun over there. What's remaining of it. I have a little bit of it left. A little bit of sun. All right, let's vibe out. Whoop. Don't you screw up my shot. Let's vibe it out. Not that song. There we go. U.S. infrastructure is fucked. What around was because of the hurricane. Oh, I got you. Lonely Driver, 80 months. Thank you very much. Feels like yesterday. Landing at 11:02. My ass. We were supposed to be. Very nice. We're getting closer though. Ever so slightly. Appreciate the link to the reshade. Oh yeah, dude, it's a game changer as far as the look of your sim. Lonely Driver, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Continued support of 80 months. It's a very, very long time. I know, just yesterday you're on. Ah, shit. I was trying to avoid the spoilers of the race. Oh well. Been a pleasure able to catch the streams all these years. Well, thank you very much, Lonely Driver. I'm glad you were able to make it. You're here hanging out with us. Oh, it's all good, Lonely Driver. I hear you. I lurk in a lot of different streams. Pilot Blake, all I can say is that it's night and day difference. Night and day difference between the two. But I will be doing more motion rig stuff. The one I use on the truck rig is a seat mover. So it's just a seat mover that moves left to right, forward, back. But the platform is the entire, all peripherals, a monitor, everything is all connected on the motion rig itself, and it's suspended. But it's 6 degrees of motion. So it's wild. Like, it feels like flight. Because, like, when you take off, it puts this pressure underneath you that gives you that feeling of, like, being in an airplane. It's hard to explain, but it's so crazy. Remember when you played Kona almost 10 years ago? Found out apparently there's a direct sequel to game Kona 2 Brume. It released back in 2023. Boken, we have played it. We haven't finished it. We got close to finishing it, but we haven't finished it. It's a little scary at the end. Or it's scary where we're at right now. We didn't finish that game, did we? I can't remember if we did or not. Yeah, and motion rigs are like, I know that, you know, $8,000 is a lot of money. But the people that want to buy a motion rig or have the means to do so can easily get one for their home. And that was never an option before. Like, we're talking about motion rigs start at 20 grand on up to 45 and beyond, depending on what you're doing. But to get that kind of motion feeling at that price point is unbelievable, because to me it has a lot of level D sim kind of feel to it that the hydraulics would have. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's because the motors and the way the thing works, it's so smooth. It's so smooth. Still out of reach, but if people save up, you know, if they wanted to, like, it's the same thing as, like, you could spend that much money on a racing rig, you know, on a full racing rig without motion. You could spend upwards of that if you went all out on your whole peripherals and setup and everything. Yeah, that's where the real money comes in, your peripherals. I was in the market for one. I was looking at the H3, and the H3 has, you know, 3 motion axis on it, which it's cool. It's nice. But for a flight sim, I wanted to go the ultimate route, and when I was inquiring about it, that's when I made a partnership with DOF Reality. So now I have a partnership with them and an affiliate link and all that, and commission if there are any sales, which is really, really cool to have that position to do it. But I'm redoing all of the stuff down there right now, and it's going to be eventually just an awesome streaming platform. When we do these flights and all this stuff, it's all going to be on the motion rig, on face cam and all that stuff when it's done. So it's going to be really, really cool. And I probably would have put off getting one another couple years, but for content creation and for streaming and stuff, I wanted to go ahead and do something like that. But you have to be invested, like Scott said, 1, and 2, I'm not a DIY person. It was a lot of work to put it together and to get it all working. But you got to look at the price of PCs too. So PCs are stupid expensive now. The latest.
Salt Lake Center, the latest November 49261, flight level 450. The latest November 49261, Salt Lake Center, radar contact, continue to RMTY.
Continue to RMTY, we will. RMT. We have a city coming up here. Look at this. Yeah, look how much better the night lighting is. That looks good. What city is that? Billings, Montana. That's Billings, Montana right there. At flight level 450. I remember my Volair flight sim rig cost about $2,500 when I got it long ago. those hydraulics and stuff, just awesome. Thank you, AV. Yeah, I'm beyond, you know, humbled that I am in the position I'm in to even have something like that. Yeah, Pilot Blake. There's a lot of reason why it's coming back. Sim Update 3 is awesome, Enrique. Like, honestly, really good. I've been blown away by the performance. The ATC module's been great. And we're in career mode again. Career mode's been mostly fixed. A lot of the bugaboos. There's still some bugs that are left over, like the contact ATC bug is still a thing here and there, but you can get around it. We haven't had any game-breaking ones with that. I can say that the routes are so much better now. We can fly all over the place instead of just getting stuck in like only going north, only going south to the same airports over and over again. So we have a flight out of Duluth to, we're going to McCall, Idaho. That never would have been a thing before Sim Update 3. My grandpa bought our 172 picked up from Billings. Nice. Flew back to Kansas City from there. We should be able to pick out the airport. It's down there somewhere. Is that it right there? That's the airport right there. Man, look at how well they blended the night lighting into it. Like, that is what you would expect from an that's what an airport would look like from this distance. You wouldn't see the lights all lit up, you know what I mean? But that has to be the airport right there. Look at that. That looks so good. But that one sticks out because we're at this angle from it. But yeah, you can see the blue lights there. That's wild how good that looks. In real life, from this altitude, you might see the Vassies at a perfect angle. Probably not even that, but you would probably just see the lights at the end of the runway flashing. It looks more like that in real life. Or it just blends. Oh, it'd be a lot darker. Actually, that's not true. Yeah, so it would look like this, like there. It'd be a black spot at the airport. Okay, see how the lights here, how they fade out at the side? That's realistic. There's some white lights down there too, but yeah, I know what you mean. I think, yeah, the sodium lights a little overdone for today's modern cities. But yeah, look at that. The airport completely almost disappears at this angle. They really did change the night lighting. That looks a lot better. Look at that. You can't even see the airport now. Barely make it out right there. That's cool. That looks real. Yeah, light pollution is pretty realistic looking. How it lights up the the mountains and stuff around there. That's really, really cool. I'll change it up to this one. We'll do our left side wing view for this right here. I like that better. We have that one now. Yeah, you can't even see that airport anymore. Now we can see just the airport light. See that green and white? That is so realistic, y'all. That is so realistic right there. Look at that. I haven't seen that yet. That is incredible. Hats off to Asobo for pulling off Sim Update 3 the way they did, because it looks so good. That's what it looks like in real life. An airport. You just see that faint blue, like lighting from the runway, but you see the airport light very well because of that angle it's at. Green and white means that it's a civilian airport. You can see heliports and seaports. Heliports would be the yellow. The yellow and green for that one. Look at that down there. Little ball field right there. That is cool. Look at all the little different towns around here we're looking at. There's another airport right there. See that? Right there. Before you would never have been able to see that. But that's an airport right there. That's the runway right along there. And that's the airport light. That is crazy, dude. What a difference. Dax, thank you so much for the super chat. What's up, Jeff? Can't wait for your GTA 6 roleplay. Well, I mean, that's 5 years away, man. Thank you very much for the support. The flash we're seeing around there, that's the strobe light coming through the glass here. We're in a cockpit, see? That's why it's flashing. Look at that airport right there. Now we can just barely make out the runway lights. You see that? Wow. They really, really amped it up. That's crazy. No towns out there to see. One off in the distance. I feel like these are a lot brighter than I want them to be now. Let's go about half on those. That looks better. The way you're talking about it, so I missed it.
One contact sold. Lake Center on 1 tree, 2.4. Good day.
Good day.
1 tree, 2.4 for Pilatus 261. Salt Lake Center, Pilatus November 49261. Flight level 450. Pilatus November 49261. Salt Lake Center, radar contact. Continue to leave Victor Mike.
Name a Victor Mike for us. You got it. No longer a super gamey feel to it. Being able to spot Air Force for 150 miles away. Exactly. Exactly. Except the way while you were talking about it, so I might have missed it. But the price point per enjoyment of the platform, would you recommend buying one? Yes, because it's one of those things, Kangi, that you don't know what you're missing until you experience it. You just having bliss and not knowing about it is cheaper, but once you experience it, I'm like, I wish right now I could stream from it. That's how much I miss it right now. It's so different. It feels so alive. Every little nuance, every wind movement, every single piece, you know, every bit of turbulence you hit, you feel it all. Yeah, winter is going to be really, really cool in the sim again. I'm glad they fixed this plane. I was really excited and wanted to love it. First, when it came out, it was so buggy. Oh my boy, 810, absolutely. This thing was a train wreck on release. You couldn't even control this thing. Hey, JOI, what's up? Haven't seen you in a minute. Avionics are very nuanced. Yes, they are. But now that they're working, they're great. I can't believe this is a default airplane. Like, this is like at the level of the Vision Jet for me right now. Possible functions versus implemented in the sim, plus avionics are abysmal. I mean, they just work for me, so as long as it works. Career mode, 1 out of 10 after update. I would give this a solid 7.5 experience. Well, probably an 8, honestly. Low hood. I'd say before we had about a 6, so now we're at an 8. It seems like all the things that we dealt with before have been fixed, like all the jank stuff. Yeah, that's you kind of figured. Something to look forward in the future. Yeah, it's one of those things like, you know, save up for it. If you want a dedicated like flight sim rig, racing rig, motion is the way to go. But you know, you save yourself from having to buy a static setup. And a static setup can be a couple $1,000s in itself, you know? So you can spend anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 on a static setup. And this is an actual setup that's on a motion platform rig. But I was very surprised at how smooth the motors are. Like, the motion is so smooth. It's not mechanical. It doesn't have like a kind of sound like my my chair does from my trucking rig. It's quiet. But when you have headphones on and sound and stuff, you don't even hear the motion rig at all. It's just very it's a very smooth thing. The best way I can explain it, it's kind of like the smoothness of like a like a roller coaster in some way. Oh, it's ohm, like ohms. Gotcha. For electricity. Ohm boy. The electrician. Yeah, the range of motion it can do half a G up, half a G down, 20 degrees of pitch, 20 degrees roll. It has surge, heave. Your static setup is about $3,000. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's either you're going to go all out on a static setup with multiple monitors and stuff, or you go a different route. But with VR, it's, you know, the win. I get Air 6, so it's tough for me to get PPL, so motion rate closer you get to the feeling of flying a plane. Yeah, it's got the feeling of flying a plane in there. All about flight. I'm not on my DOF rig right now. That's in the room directly below me. I'm on my main PC with a Thrustmaster HOTAS setup. Used to build vape coils. Oh, I gotcha. Make coils. RSC, what's up? How you doing? Or Cecil? Hope you're doing well. Gert McGurk, thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed it. Now, I've used VR in my motion rig with the roller coaster sim, and I felt sick. Now, I didn't have my fan on, because you should have a fan on yourself if you're in VR. The blowing wind will keep you from getting VR sick. But for flight sim purposes, I won't get sick off of that. How do you fly without it now? Because internet and streaming. I really wanted to put Sim Update 3 through the paces here. I'm really excited to see Sim Update on my rig downstairs because it's older than this PC. I've got a 3090 in there, and it's an older PC that I had from Jetline Systems back in the day. So it's a dated system compared to this one. Medicinal, recreational cannabis industry. I'm a consultant for manufacturing and cultivation. Oh, nice. That's cool. Devin Summers, I don't know if you were here earlier when I said that I will not be playing on the Roblox platform moving forward. It's sad, but it is what it is. I have to make a stand on it, and I did today. Today. Yeah, Kangy, the thing is getting a chair. So there's a group on Facebook called I hate Facebook, trust me, but I was recommended to go to it. It's the DOF Reality group, and all their cockpit sim building and stuff, and really, really helpful stuff there. The biggest one was like choosing a chair. I went with the SimWorks, I think is who makes it, SimWorks. But I had to file out the holes for the chair. So getting a compatible chair to mount to it was kind of a pain in the ass. The build itself wasn't that bad. All the motors and stuff wasn't that bad. The assembling like the arm bars and stuff were a pain in the ass. I would say, you know, it took a day to build it, and then it took about a couple months of just getting everything together and working. But I was also working on it on the weekends when I could. The wiring, it came pre-wired. It comes with two boxes. You plug the boxes into that. There's two outlets, you know, ports for that. But all of it was labeled very well, and it plugs in just like a GPU to a graphics card, like those kind of connectors. And you just follow like left, right, wherever it goes. It's very well labeled, and you just plug it in. I'm terrible with that stuff, and I plugged it in the first try and it worked. And then you use Sim Racing Studio. You have to have I think you have to have a subscription to that, or not a subscription. You have to have a license. So when you get a DOF Reality unit, you get a license, and then you plug that license in. The authentication on Sim Racing Studio sucked really bad. But when it worked, it was fine, and I haven't had problems since. There's a world behind it. Ever knew that about VR to have wind blowing on you? Might have to check out VR knowing that little trick. Yeah, if you get VR sick, having a fan in front of you will prevent that from happening. It's a mess. I got you. I'm glad I got to join with you when I did. Made a dream might come true, which is play a game with you. Well, that was very cool, man. Glad we got to do it. But you know what? The NASCAR 25 game, when that comes out, I'll be hosting some races on that, so maybe our paths will meet again. Playing flight sims on your flat screen makes you motion sick depending on the game. Oh yeah, then VR and motion is not for you, Todd. I got my motion wings when I was in Spain with Virtual Fly back in the day. If those of you remember that vlog. Spent an entire day on motion rigs to where whenever it's done, you couldn't even like walk on the earth without feeling like you were jumping around. Coda Bear Gaming, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome on in. Good evening to you. We're just about close to our arrival. We're going to clear the disco. Activate that. Now we have our top of descent right up there. Which last time the ATC did a pretty good job of getting our descent right after top of descent. So we should be good. One thing I would love to see is on here having ready for descent to the ATC. But I can't believe we're using the default ATC and it's been great. I haven't tried live traffic. Has anybody tried live traffic with Sim Update 3? I have it off right now. I really wanted to get into VR for Arma 3 simming, but oh my god. Well, Arma 3 in VR is puke central. I've done it. That's not a good one. After I've gone, tends to clog up the comms. But does it look? Is it worth it? Is it working better? I have it and it works way better. I do own FS Traffic. I haven't updated that for 24 yet. Yes, they have. It's great. They vectored in traffic before me perfectly. Didn't muff up my approach. Wow. That good, eh? Should we turn it on? Should we take that risk after this long of a flight? to go into a menu. I don't know if we should do that. That's asking a lot of the sim. Yeah, no replays tonight. Well, I learned you can record the replay. V1 said how he does it. He records the replay, and then after you're done, you go into free flight, get that airplane at that airport, and then you can run it, and it has no issues. Yeah, not worth it. I agree. Yeah, we're going to do a community fly-in again soon, Pilot Blake. I want to do it more regularly. Now that Sim Update 3 is out, it's going to make me fly a lot more. I've been waiting for this update for so long. Because I don't do the betas. Your plane is back, Scott. They brought the TVM back. I don't know why they took it away. I thought it behaved pretty well, and it must have been something big is the reason why they decided to do it, you know? You modeled your whole home sim off of a TBM. Did you build the crash bar? You have the crash bar, don't you? Overhead. Hello, Blake. I don't do a whole lot of social media stuff. Twitter once in a great while. I don't do anything Instagram, Snapchat related anymore. No crash bar yet on your list of things to do. That would be cool. One of our first flights we're going to do on the motion rig when I get it back up and when we get our streams up and running on that. I'm going to fly the iFly 7.3. Yeah, I know, Todd. A lot of people always want us to do night flights, but this is what night flights are. You don't see a whole lot. Yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere, too. Not a damn thing. Magical, mystical Mustafa Lees. Mustafa is in the house. Thank you for gifting a subscription out to Eagle Eye. What's up, Moose? How you doing? How have you been enjoying Sim Update 3? For me, it's a game changer. I'm loving it. Loving it. Of course, a Cats reference. I got so clever as my a Muffopolis. Bum, 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 bum. I mean, what's the difference for you? I still have this weird stutter lag all the time when you look around. Ugh. Well, that's not good. It's been buttery smooth for us. The night lighting on the airports looks so good too. They aren't, you can't see them from like 150 miles away anymore. Now it's actual like normal. Getting close to that top of drop. They're going to get us down soon. Looking forward to it. When we land, I get to have dinner. I get to eat food. Are you running frame gen, Moose? I wonder what's causing a stutter like that. Ah, yeah. No frame gen for Moose. What airplane have you been flying the most lately? Started having it after upgrading to Windows 11? Oh no. A little bit of turbulence here. Not a lot, just a little bit. That side wind is changing to 22 knots. A300 in the Comanche. Nice. A300 in Delta for the FNO on Betsim. Nice. I have to do 3 hours if I want to stay a controller. I don't know if I want to do it anymore, man. I mean, maybe I'll do it, stay current. Druck here, what's up? How you doing? Loves aircraft in the real world. How's it fly in 2024? So far, so good. There, Johnny Bravo. It's our second flight in it. I had a painful flight with it yesterday, learning the systems. But now that I've learned the systems, it's intuitive and it works. But the flight model on it, I love the ground taxi on it and stuff. Scott gifted a subscription to Moose. Thank you for that, Scott. Top drop right here, so they should probably start our descent a little afterwards. And remember, we're not doing a flight level change on the way down. That's bad news. Just like you would expect in a 737. It does the same, it dives. So we have to go vertical speed mode until we capture VNAV. Anything to see out there? Nope, we lost all our sunlight. She gone. I see a little bit of that. I'm a pitch mode enjoying the Lear. Yeah, Joe, that is the way to do it. I haven't flown the Lear 35 in a minute. I saw that, aren't they doing the Lear 25 or the 24 or something? That's going to be cool. I love the Lear 24. It's a friggin' fighter jet. .5 miles from top of descent. Let's see if ATC is going to do it. Flight 45 for work, which is a solid airplane. Actually has legs to fly in Southeast Alaska. Has the legs to fly. Nice. I had a buddy that flew the Lear 60. I've been on board a 60 before. Never a 45. 45 is a classic. That was Microsoft Flight Sim 2004? FS9. Sported the Learjet 45, and so did 2002 Century of Flight, I believe, or 2000. Not 2000, it was 2002 Century of Flight. It was good old times. I first got into flight sim right around 2002. I had dabbled in it before, like 95, 98 on up, but I never flew anything point A to point B or knew what any of it even meant, you know? It was until 2002 when I started to learn procedures and stuff. Flown an ERJ 175, 195, I believe it was a lot. So I want one in Microsoft Flight Sim 24. Flown in an ERJ 175, 195. Well, FSS has the E-Jets covered. They're pretty darn good. See, there's our VNAV right there coming down. But we're not going to grab it because we're waiting for ATC to descend us. But they're pretty good about it. They'll wait for that thing to dive on us there a little bit, and they're going to get us down. We descended about 2,200 feet per minute, and then we grab the VNAV, we'll be fine. Come on, descend us. My company owns the STC for synthetic vision on the 45, so we have probably the nicest 40-45 avionics. 75 in their cool Garmin avionics. Oh, I know, they have really cool avionics. This has a mode here for overlay, and you can go into synthetic vision right there, which we're going to do for the arrival. 15 for us.
Ascend and maintain 15,000.
On down we go to 15. Vertical speed. Down we go. Go FMS speed. Boy, it gets quiet whenever you pull the power back. Yep, down we go. We'll try to grab the VNAV path on the way in. All those mountains down there below us. The ravines. I remember my first flight sim, 1982 Microsoft Flight Simulator. Of course, it was 5 or 6 years old by that point. Didn't matter. It was good fun. Oh man, back when it was just the lines. PC-24 would be cool for a medevac mission, but lack of TRs is pretty limiting. Oh yeah, thrust reversers. North Slope has driven theirs off their runway taxiways multiple winters now because they can't stop in the ice. Yeah, it's good in the dry, but not in the wet in the ice. Ever flown on a plane, been in a C-5 and some other Air Force airplanes at the museum, but that's about it. Dressier. We updated frames every second or so. Good old days. Got the RNAV 3.4 plugged in. What's the minimums for that? Let's have a look-see. Let's brief the approach. We got 12-2, 9th of May 25. Could be a final approach course of 346. VECA at 7,500. LPV decision height's gonna be 5375. And then we've got airport elevation at 5024. Got Donnelly VOR if we need it. So we'll be Pepic at 10,000 and VECA at 7,500. Final approach path is going to be at VECA and then 346 to the runway. We got rail lighting. We got 4 VASTs on the left-hand side. Missed approach procedures 5,600. Climbing left turn to 12,000. Direct to WADPO and hold. So yeah, it looks like LNAV, VNAV. We're looking at all our different stuff here. 5683 like we saw. 5375 is what they have there on the LPV. LNAV, VNAV is 5683. So we could probably do 5683 on the minimums, but they're saying 5375. So we'll put 5683 in the mist. MSA is 10,600. Runway 34. Transition altitude 18,000. That's what we got going. Yeah, we'll probably dial in the 5683. 5683. Barrow. Wow. You flick it fast, it goes quicker. Okay, 5683. . 5690 it is. That's the closest we're going to get. Barrel 5690 set. Cross-checked. Getting a little bit of turbulence right now. Synthetic beige on that side too. Make this thing look like $1 million. 33,000 still descending. We're starting to get our VNAV path ever so slightly here. The VTA's coming to us. Still AT speed. Fly with Nathan, this is part of the sim. I don't know if this is part of the deluxe or whatever it is version, but this is one of the default planes. Capturing our VNAV path here. Almost to it. Fuel, we're at 1744. We should be fine. There it is right there. VNAV, engage. VPath in green. 15,000 feet for 30 for 15. But you know, you don't have to have the deluxe edition to get the airplane. You can buy just the airplane by itself. Oh yeah, Nathan, the C750 is incredible. I hope they add it to career mode. That'd be so nice. You can even rent the planes too, which is cool. I haven't downloaded any airplanes locally yet. I need to do that with the C750. I do want to do that. VPAT's still looking good here. 27.6 for 15. Reach 15, fly a PPUC. We have nobody to talk to right now. We're good. Somebody working on a Gulfstream. They took the 70-30 split with Gulfstream and said, fuck it. They're just going to make the plane. They don't care about making money off of it. They just want to have a Gulfstream. The reason why a lot of developers have not Salt Lake Center have not made one is just because of the revenue split they want. They want ridiculous amounts. They want 70% of the sales. So nobody's doing it because of that, but there's a group that's making one.
Center, latest November 49261 is passing flight level 260, descending 15,000. Latest November 49261, Salt Lake Center, radar contact,
Continue Pepic. Yeah, 70%. That's why there's no Gulfstreams in flight sims. And they don't budge off of it. How much is it by itself? Does anybody know? how much they're charging for this airplane. Yeah, PC-24 is running really well now. We flew it last night. After I got through the systems and learned that, it got better. Definitely hitting some turbulence right now. There are no Gulfstreams because of the revenue split that they ask for. It's like a 70-30 split. They take 70% of revenue and you only get 30%. So a lot of developers won't touch Gulfstream because of it. But there is a group out there that said, I talked to them at Flight Sim Expo. They said they don't care. They're just gonna they're making one. Oh yeah, there's ground out there. We can see it right here. We're hitting the bumps. We are hitting the bumps. We're right on the VNav path. Correct, Scott. Yep, for licensing. They'll work with developers, but that's their requirement. It's obnoxious. The 24 is $25 to $30. Been a minute since I've opened up the marketplace. Might be off a little. Man, $25 for this airplane, that's asking a lot. I think this is at $15. If it had more functionality, maybe. Although it's pretty good. At the moment, I don't know if that's worth it. Maybe rent it, see if you like it. You know what I mean? Fly it a couple times. And if you like it, then buy it. Chad, I just know a lot of useless shit, man. A lot of useless shit. Oh, the reflection throwing you off right here. We got some light pollution over there. It's probably Boise out there. Coming up on 18,000. Now we go 3006. And altimeter is good. Barrow's set. We're going to put our lane lights on. It's a high elevation airport, so we're going to go ahead and do it now. Wing light on. Yeah, those aren't obnoxious, are they? Those lights. Look at that. Party strobes. We briefed 10,000 on the chart, so 10. Yeah, having the synthetic vision option right here is awesome. 10,000, let's do it. Come on, VNav, or don't. We'll go vertical speed, extend. It's doing that again to us. Missed it by a lot there. We're gonna go manual on the speed, start slowing it down. Continue VFR for us.
Salt Lake Center, Pilatus 261 would like to cancel IFR.
Pilatus 261. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good
Slow
day.
this thing way down. I don't know why it's doing that, but whatever. Do your thing, airplane. All right, run VNav here. We got it again. It's maintaining true. Got a nice turn to the right here for our RNAV approach. We're on FMS today, though. I did remember that, at least. I think it remembers what you had set up last time you flew it, which is really cool. Yeah, you might be able to turn that off. I don't know. Let's see. Cockpit dome. Landing pulse. We just go in the middle. Will that stop it from pulsing? Yeah, it does. You know why it does that? It does that for bird strike prevention. That's better. There's the runway right there. Got the airport in sight. Let them know we're coming in.
Kilo Mike Yankee Lima traffic. Pilatus November.
Arm the approach.
17 miles south.
Or not.
10,900. Inbound to land.
Won't arm the approach.
16.
Interesting.
Kilo Mike Yankee
Oh, because we
Lima
probably have to be on
traffic.
heading instead of nav. All right, let's bug up flaps. Flaps 8. Approach mode. You gotta slow down a little bit more than that, buddy. Let's bug up flaps 15 here. We'll go 5 under 15 here. There's the runway. Go flaps 8. He checks flaps 8. And gear down.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll shortly start our descent into McCall. Please turn off all electronic
Bug up
devices
flaps
and slow
33.
down until we have arrived at the gate. In preparation for landing, make sure your seat back is straight up and your belt is fastened.
Flaps
Please secure
15.
your
Speed
carry-on
checks flaps
items, stow
15.
your tray table, and pass any remaining service items to the flight attendants. Thank you. Kilo Mike Yankee Lima traffic. Pilatus November 49261 is on final.
My
Runway
throttles.
16 to land. Kilo Mike Yankee Lima traffic.
Seems a little high on the approach, if you ask me, but it is coming down. All right, let's just land. Or do we have to do that again? Can't remember. We'll see. Look at that beauty coming in. Nice. Yeah, that's a little ridiculous, the Milky Way. That's a little ridiculous. Hi, airplane. Flaps 33. Let's trim this thing down a little bit. There we go. Don't have to work so hard with it. Get a visual of the runway. Still going to use the glide path for now. We get a little lower. Turbulence is mountain turbulence we're getting here in a valley. All right, now we're going to come down onto the VASI lights here. There's red. Red over white. You're all right. Gears down, 3 green, flaps 33. Clear to land, runway tree 4. Runway made. Brakes. And designate a landing area. Well, that bug's still present, unfortunately. You get in trouble for landing on the right runway, but it's the wrong runway. I've seen other people talking about that one too. Made it down. Where do they want us to go now? Right there? Okay. The brakes are nice on this thing, man. Okay, let's give him a call.
Kilo Mike Yankee Lima traffic. Latest November 49261 is taxiing to parking. Kilo Mike Yankee Lima traffic.
To me, the ground textures look a lot better in Sim Update 3. A lot better, if you ask me. Okay. Wing light off. Off. Taxi light on. And strobe just a beacon. Yeah, approach lighting looks really good. The night lighting at the airports is fixed, man. Look how much better that looks. It doesn't have that stupid blown out thing anymore. That's really cool. Lovely flight to McCall tonight. I'm okay getting docked points for that. That's not the end of the world. Are we taxiing in the grass here? Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? No, it's a ramp. Okay. We'll go around this thing and then into the ramp. Now they're over that way. Just spin all the way around to do this taxiing. I don't even say anything to our people. They won't let us. Interesting. There's a diamond on the ground right there. Nice. Taxi light off. Into the box. I think it's bright, dude. You're getting off the plane soon. Don't you worry about it. All right, let's shut our engines down. Engines are shutting down. We made it. That bug is still present with the what you call it, sadly. Our flaps are still down. Hell yeah. Gotta get our rating back up after the last flight. Hell yeah, dude. So it's hard. We were at S tier, but we got dropped down because of that flight recorder crash last night. We made 3.3 mil on that run. Got a bad weather bonus of 1.5 mil. No skip bonus of 750,000. Rep was 169. Base income of 948. It's pretty damn good. $141, baby. We made half a mil with our passive income of our other airplanes. Our Vision Jet brought in 50,000. The Sky Courier made 334, and the Skyhawk made 34 while we were out and about. This is only 3%, 2%, 3% tear on it. Insurance 20,000. We're at 4.9 mil now. So yeah, that was worth it. That was worth it. I'm liking the PC-24, man. The more I'm flying it, the more I'm liking it. I'm learning it, and I'm enjoying it. That was a pleasurable flight. I think once we're on the motion platform with the rig down there, I'm going to really like flying it with a yoke. Considering we're just using a HOTAS 1 from Thrustmaster, a cheap little, setup here. We did pretty darn good. But I think I'll be able to fly it better with a yoke for sure. You know what? We're gonna raid Allie Games playing OCRP. She's the one that does Sadie Joe. But you guys will notice somebody else with her. Go show Sadie Joe some love. From all of us. Allie's hilarious. Oh, well, she doesn't allow it. Damn. Well, it won't be doing that. Then we'll do somebody else. Looks like Elise is doing a heist. You guys want to see LEO or do you want to see civilian? Is Paul live? Paul's not on YouTube. LEO. I said you a confused mind. You guys know, you know Confused Mind. Mr. New York. Mr. New York. Yeah, we'll send you over there. New Yorkster. All right. Let's see here. All right. Y'all have fun with Angelo. Angeloni. You'll enjoy him. Good dude. That'll do it for me tonight. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. I'll get you a link on Twitch. Just one.